Clinical miscoding can lead to serious consequences such as lost revenue due to inaccurate billing, compromised ability to risk adjust populations, and compliance problems due to discrepancies between the assigned codes and the supporting clinical notes. In this short demo, we'll take a look at how HP Healthcare Analytics can help address this problem. Let's start by identifying discrepancies between coded information and clinical documentation. We'd like to identify medical intensive care unit records where a patient had a decubitus ulcer that wasn't accurately captured in the diagnosis codes. We can choose our patients in the MICU. And to this group, we can add a concept of decubitus ulcer just by typing it in. We'll choose decubitus ulcer, the general disorder. The system immediately creates a cohort of MICU admission records that have an associated concept of decubitus ulcer. Now let's take a look at the diagnosis codes associated with these records. Here we can see that the top ICD-9 code is decubitus ulcer 707.03. To make the selection easy, we'll sort them by name, find all the related codes, and select them, which adds them into our query. Now that we've added all of the codings, we can group them, and then we can change our operator to any. By doing this, we've now found all patients in the MICU with the concept of the decubitus ulcer and any of the associated billing codes. We can see that the number of records returned here is actually less than the number of patients who had a concept of decubitus ulcer. So we can use the system to reconcile this difference by identifying which patients in the MICU have the concept of decubitus ulcer but do not have any of the associated billing codes. There are 37 results. We can take a look at the individual records. The first few are redacted due to security policies, so we find one that isn't redacted. By clicking on the record, the associated data appears. And now, by clicking on the concept of decubitus ulcer, the system will highlight where it appears in the record, anywhere, including both the structured and unstructured data. In the first instance, we can see there is a sacral decubitus ulcer. And by looking further, we can see that it is a stage 3 decubitus ulcer at the coccyx. Let's check the diagnosis codes to get more information. We see intestinal adhesions, septicemia, pleural effusion. However, there is no mention of the decubitus ulcer. So let's make a new folder. We give it a name and create the folder. Now we choose an action and tag all of these records. We've now placed all the records which had potentially miscoded decubitus ulcers into our folder. We can give this to our coding team for review and evaluation. So this is an example of how HP Healthcare Analytics can be used to identify potential miscodings by reconciling differences between structured information and the clinical narratives. Thank you for watching our demo addressing the issue of clinical miscoding. To get more information on HP Healthcare Analytics, please visit www.autonomy.com/healthcare.